Hello everybody and welcome back to Magna Carta 2. In this video we are going to set out from Abazet City and go towards Abazet Port. We were given a few orders from headquarters in order to prepare for the battle coming up at Old Fox Canyon. We need to kill a couple of lappers by breaking open their shells, which we're going to need Argo for. And we also need to collect a couple of bombs from the port. So you can find the lappers on your way to Abazet Port. Of course, if you're going to do this, you're going to need to equip an axe on Argo. You can get the axe from the soldier at the gate. If you want to provoke them and get them out of your shells, you just need to go up to them and kick the shell open, which will prompt them to come out and attack you. And in order to use Argo's technique, you need to be controlling him. Computer players will not use their own special signature techniques. In Argo's case, it's armor break, and if you are able to pull it off and use it, it's going to break the lapper shell right open, and it's weak, which will allow you to then defeat it a lot easier. The problem with Argo is that he's very slow. And in order to break the shells, you need to be up close and personal with these lappers. So what I suggest doing is getting right up in its face and attacking it a little bit. I find that it works a little bit better if you're not just standing around and you're actually trying to engage in the enemy. So, of course, you want to use the technique when the B button comes up, or else it will fade and you'll lose the opportunity to use it. And if you aren't close enough, it will miss, so you just want to make sure that that doesn't happen. Overall, not terribly difficult. It gives you a good opportunity to try and get used to how Argo feels to control in battle. I personally don't like to use Argo just because he is so slow, but he is a great addition to the party if you really need that little bit of extra manpower. And now that that's finished, I'm going to switch back to Judo. You only need to destroy 3 of the lappers in order to finish up that quest. So now that that's finished, we can head towards the port, which is on the very top of the map. And as you can see, that's also where our yellow exclamation point is. We have a couple of optional side quests that we're also going to be doing while we're here. Sephi had mentioned that this is the home to the Nekoneko people, who are allies of the Southern Forces. So we should go and talk to them and see if there's anything that we can do to help them out. They're in the middle of a fierce territory battle with some of their fellow people. Their bells have been stolen by the Nekojacks, so we need to recover those. And these are the enemies we're going to be fighting. Again, the Nekoneko people and the Nekojacks look very similar, but one is supposed to be good and one is supposed to be evil, sort of thing. So we have 2 quests for these guys right now. One is to collect their bells, and one is to kill 6 of them. Now this can be done at the same time, and these line up very nicely because by defeating these 6 Nekojacks, you should be able to get a drop for a key, which will open up the chest where the bells are being stored.
Alright,
so these Nekojacks are level 10. By this point, you shouldn't really have a whole lot of troubles defeating them. So just go ahead and defeat 6 of them. They give you about 30 experience, so that's not great, but it's not terrible either. It's somewhere kind of in the middle. I still recommend defeating claw beasts if you are looking to get the most amount of experience for grinding. I feel kind of bad killing them because they make cat noises, and I love cats. And they're kind of cute. I mean, the Nekojacks are supposed to be evil, but I think that they're really adorable. So that's kind of a shame. I also need to heal. I must have got inflicted with something, or I just took a bunch of damage and wasn't paying attention. And I don't have Zephy in my party at the moment, so she can't heal me up.
Let's go.
I think by this point I've defeated 6 of them, and I have collected the key that I need, but if they're gonna keep coming near me, I might as well keep killing them for the experience. Once you've defeated 6 of them and obtained the key, you can then come over to their little setup here and open up the treasure chest for the Nekoneko Bell. And then you can head on back over to the people and collect your reward. I'm gonna go over to the port, however, because there is a treasure chest that I can get from the dock. This is where we came from when the ship had come from Highwind Island. And if you talk to the soldier, he's just gonna tell you that there are no boats coming or going at the moment. So unfortunately, we can't just come and go to Highwind Island as we please. It's gonna be a long while before we get any sort of opportunity to go back there, unfortunately. Now there should be another chest near where the first Nekoneko we talked to is, just over here behind him. And I do believe that's it for this area. We get a Spirit level 1 Kamond. So let's just turn in our quests and get out of here. For turning in the bell, we get the recipe for the Fire Crystal Bomb, 400 experience and 500 Sid. And that is a recipe for a Kamond, I do believe. So we may or may not be using that later. For killing the 6 Nekojacks, we get 2 Hotty Hots and 2 Lighty Lights, 500 experience and 500 Sid. I do believe that those are items that you use to heal status effects. Everybody's starting to level up, which is nice. And if we come back here and we talk to the Nekoneko leader, he's the one that's going to give us the bomb box that we need for our mission. So thank you, Nekoneko people. You have a lovely establishment. I hope you can fight off the Nekojacks. And we won't be talking to them until a later date. There is also an item shop, as you can see on the mini-map there, if you do wish to stock up on any sort of items. However, you probably don't need to do that at the moment, and that can also be done in Abazet. And Abazet also has all the other retailers as well, if you didn't get a chance to buy anything on your first trip there. Before we head back to the gates, there is one more quest available to us out in the open field here, as you may be able to see on the map. We have a guy over here that's kind of hiding in the bushes that we need to speak to. He's a little bit embarrassed. He's an apprentice tanner, but he's not able to get his hands on the supplies that he needs in order to do his business. So we need to capture and kill 5 claw beasts for him before he goes and gets himself killed. And this quest is very easy, simply because the claw beasts are all right here in front of his face, practically. And all you need to do is kill 5. Each one you kill counts towards this quest. And again, you get pretty decent experience by killing these guys at this point. Even though now, at level 12, we are starting to really out-level a lot of these enemies, and so I think it is getting time for us to move on.
Alright, let's go!
So here's our third one. We only need 2 more. The game starts you out with some very easy quests to complete. A lot of them just go over game mechanics. They give you the opportunities to use different characters and things like that. So that's really nice. I do like that about this game. And all of the quests in the beginning are very easy, and they're all lined up very nicely. You may have noticed that a lot of the quests for monster hunting or collecting all the items or monsters or whatever it is we need to do are all very close to where the quest was given to us. However, that won't be the case later on in the game. So get used to questing now, because it's never going to stop. And the quests are going to get a lot tougher. We can speak to this guy to get our reward, which is a leather knuckle, 600 experience, and 200 sit. The leather knuckle is a weapon for Cressel if you're choosing to have him as a melee fighter. And the leather knuckle is also available to buy in Abazet. So if you hadn't bought it in Abazet, you can get it for free there. Or if you happen to now have 2 of them, you can sell one. But if you do have weapons in your inventory and you only have 1, you do not want to sell them. In order to get the full weapon achievements for all of the characters, you have to actually have all of the weapons in your inventory. It's not enough to have owned the weapon at one time. So you have to have at least one of every single weapon in order to unlock those. So I can't stress enough how important it is to keep them if you only have 1. Now that we're back here, we can speak to the soldier.
Congratulations on completing your mission. Also, I have a message for the princess. There is to be a meeting at General Headquarters this morning.
Very well. I'll set out as soon as I get ready.
Yes, Princess.
Okay, so when we are ready to advance on in the story, we're going to be heading towards General Headquarters. But I cannot stress enough that once we leave Abazet, we will not be coming back for a very long time. So before you head over to General Headquarters, you want to ensure that you have finished every single quest. You want to ensure that you have purchased every single available weapon from the Abazet weapon shop at this time if you are looking to get the 100% weapon achievements for your characters. There should be 16 quests in total that you are able to collect at the time. And the only quest that we have in our log at the moment is the Old Man's Request, which we're not going to be able to turn in until we get to Old Fox Canyon. Every other quest that I have covered at this point in the game will be able to be completed. I have gotten all the quests at this point, and you should have 13.7% completion. In the next video, we are going to head towards General Headquarters, and we're going to be moving out of Abazet and continuing on in our mission. So, thank you for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you next time.